AskReddit by BLCD2 Kozai. What would be different if COVID had never happened? Less home office and online meetings. My life is way better after COVID due in large part to this. I go into the office like once a week as opposed to going in every day 40 hours and hundreds of dollars a month saved. Stores would still be open 24 hours. I miss 4 AM Walmart. WFH wouldn't have been as widely accepted. We were starting to do it more where I worked, but it feels like COVID jumped us ahead at least 10 years. We wouldn't have gotten an email from every organization on earth that started with "during these difficult times." In these difficult times, Bounty Paper Towels wants to express. We might still have all-day breakfast at McDonald's. I've made my peace with accepting no all-day McDonald's breakfast in return for to-go margaritas and alcoholic drinks with your takeout order at restaurants. I would not have bought as much crap on the internet. Us postal carrier here, it was quite a time lol. Edit: if you have a street side mailbox, go check it. Does it have, on the box itself, not the pole, snow can cover it based on climate, or grasses and plants, numbers on the side that has the flag? If not, go get some big boring numbers, black numbers on white background, and put them there while the flag is down. If you want to be a pro, numbers on the 3 sides seen by the street. Big numbers. Boring ones. On the box. If you want to upgrade your box, get the biggest you can afford. The less time out of the truck we spend, the sooner we can get home. QR codes wouldn't have made the comeback they did. You'd be less aware of how many stupid assholes are out there. It really peeled away the thin veneer of social graces to reveal people's true selves. A lot of people wouldn't have lost their sanity. As crazy as it sounds, COVID saved some people's sanity. I was spiraling out of control in early 2020. Just lost 2 people close to me, quit a job I hated but couldn't find another one. A couple of close friends made bad decisions of their own. I was full on anxiety, depression, having very dark thoughts about what to do to myself. When everything shut down, it honestly saved me. I wasn't anxious about stuff because I literally couldn't do anything about it. I started taking long walks at night, which did wonders for my mind. I started cooking again and lost a bunch of weight. I reconnected with some family and friends. I had the time to consider what I wanted to do, not what was expected or demanded. Honestly, I'm not trying to sound selfish because people died and suffered, but COVID saved my life. I was hoping we would learn to stay a little slowed down and take care of ourselves. Oh well. My brother would be alive. And my dad. Hugs to you. All the momentum in my career wouldn't have been shattered. People would probably be marginally less shitty. 2 of our company's main clients at the time were travel based, 1 airline, 1 cruise. Safe to say that their business dried up pretty quickly. Politicians would not have had an excuse to give away $1 trillion of our money to their rich friends through PPP loans. Let's be real, they would have found another way. A few more years of a livable middle class. Is probably be owning a house right now with my partner, a starter home if you would, of a 3-stroke 2. Now I just have to play the patience game of hoping the housing will crash in Florida. It won't. The collector's market. Some people don't know this, but the reason resale on collectibles like trading cards and video games is so high is because during COVID so many people started collecting stuff and buying things with their stimulus that prices were sky high on everything. Now a few years removed, the prices are down but still much higher than what they were before COVID. That and all the side hustle assholes have made it impossible to find most collectibles in the store anymore. People would not be so entitled, rude, and self-centered. I truly believe the restrictions mentally damaged some people. And it concerns me. Me and my mom were saying this about some family members. They spent way too much time shut in and something in their head switched. Either that or it was always there and they forgot how to repress it. I'd be pretending to work in an office building today instead of at home. All of the world? It quite literally decimated economies, whole families and a lot of industries. I might be able to afford things. Yeah, COVID triggered insane inflation. Companies realized how much they could charge and just never lowered the cost. Restaurants are fucking absurd. We got Chinese food last night because we didn't feel like cooking on Christmas and it was $50 for takeout without a tip. I might have properly graduated university and gotten a different job. I had an internship lined up in another country. Now I work retail after scrambling to graduate my final year. Probably a lot of less mental health issues. Plenty of people didn't recover from the isolation and the politicization of the virus, and its policies are still seen to this day. I'd still be making about $40k a year more. This one hurts me so much. In 2019 I earned so much. I'm still recovering. We would not have gotten but fucked by inflation for the last 18 months. Not sure if the Twin Cities riots would have happened on as large a scale. Not just the Twin Cities but any of the worldwide protests. I feel like out of it was an excuse to get out of the house since they were sitting around at home all day. I would still be able to smell and taste food. I can only taste very sweet or salt. I had COVID summer of 22. I had it in summer of 22 and spring of 23 as well. My smell and taste have come back a little, but it's put me off sweets completely. Chocolate does nothing for me. Cakes and cookies are meh. The only candy I grab now when I need a sweet fix are Sour Patch Kids. I can taste those. Also, my pickle consumption has tripled. For me, I know this sounds selfish, but COVID was a blessing in disguise for me. I never would have been able to spend the last few years with my dog as closely as I did because of all the hours I saved not being in the office or commuting. He could have suffered from his illness alone and I could have came home to my dog collapsed and dead already instead of the few years I got to spend with him by his side at every hour. There is no love like that of a good dog. I'm so glad you got to be there with him.